Hey, what's up? Todd here with your Mission Impossible. And for this mission, I want to very closely follow what I talked about in the theory video. So if you haven't watched that yet, check that out either now or before you go out and do the actual mission. In any case, in that theory video, what I talk about is that you want to try and start adjusting your game and adjusting the way you are conveying yourself, the way you're interacting to the particular girl instead of treating girls as sort of general commodities, right? You want to get to know her. Also, the idea of getting to know the girl is going to make you much more externally focused. It's going to make you focus on what's going on instead of focused on what's going on inside your own head, right? So it's a great way to be out of your head, present in the moment, out in the real world, etc. It's a very practical step that you can take to actually be present in the moment. So what I encourage there is a bunch of different ways to actually get to know the girl. What I want you to do for this mission is going to be a little different. Okay, first of all, your infield mission is going to be you are to go out and you are to do what I call find the girl's duality. All right, and find the girl's duality means find two completely different things about the girl that you find admirable or cute or charming or sexy or whatever. Okay, so for example, she has nice tits and a nice ass, doesn't work because those are very related. They're all to do with looks, etc. And in general on this, try to avoid the looks thing. Let's have looks be she's hot and then two things beyond she's hot. So for example, maybe she studied philosophy in school but is an accountant or something like that. Well, you can be like, oh, it's so rare that people are like good at like, you know, the humanities and math, right? That's one example. Or another could be let's say she does art, like some kind of fine, intricate art, and she also like does kickboxing. You'd be like, it's so interesting that that you can do one thing so brutal and another thing so delicate, whatever, right? It's like a juxtaposition. It's a juxtaposition of two really cool, interesting things. So that's your job primarily going in is find her duality. Find two unrelated, cool things about the girl, right? Now, if you can find more, that's where I want you to take it to, because the end goal of this mission is that you get the absolute best profile you possibly can on the girl, okay? And with that said, I want you to write your field reports a little differently. So instead of this time writing out exactly what you did and exactly what she did and then what happened and that kind of stuff, you can do a little of that if you want, especially if there are particular questions that come up, like if there's a weird situation that comes up, by all means include that. But for the most part, I want your field reports to be very different this month. Instead of writing, I did this, she did that field report, what I want you to write is, this is the bio on this girl. This is what she's into, this is what she told me, this is what I think she finds valuable, etc. And then I want you to take that information and come up with like just a little bit of a summary of what type of game you think would work best on her. How to profile what you're doing to her. Right? Is she the type of girl that that you want to convey wealth, status, and success with? Is she the type of girl that you want to like make it low key and casual with? Is she the type of girl that if you do something formal, like take her on a formal date, it'll really appeal to her and she'll open up to that? There's all kinds of different ways that you could go about gaming. There's all kinds of different strategies, all kinds of different tactics, and the particulars of the girl are going to, in large part, determine that. So what I want you to actually do for this Mission Impossible, go out, find the girl's duality, profile the girls. And then what I want you to do is for 3 separate girls you meet during the week, I want you to give me their rough profile. Tell me what it is you think they value and why. Tell me how you got that information. Tell me what her life history was like. Tell me what she values. Tell me, you know, how many guys roughly you think she's slept with in her lifetime. Try and figure out that profile, write it out, and then take, you know, a couple sentences to a paragraph, ideally like more like a paragraph at least, or a couple, and let me know what you think would be the ideal way to go about adjusting to that particular girl. All right? And then I will go through and I'll read through and I'll tell you my thoughts, and if there are things where I agree with you, things where I disagree, things where I think it's a really interesting insight, other things you might explore, questions you might ask her, that kind of stuff. So we're really going to go this month into exploring the unique and individual aspects of that get to know you comfort sort of phase of game. So something that doesn't get explored a lot. I think part of it is that it's hard to do it in a technical way. It's hard to explore the get to know you parts of game, and it's hard to get to that deep game because a lot of the principles fly out the window because every girl is different. So what we're going to do here is we're going to focus specifically on the ways that the girls are different and go from there. Okay, so again, your mission is go out, specifically find the girl's duality, find the two disparate things that you can like about the girl that are non-physical. But beyond that, take it a step further, profile the girl, and then your report is, I want you to write down the profiles that you came up with for 3 girls, and then quick notes on how you think those girls would be best gamed. I will then review your notes and get back to you, and we can share thoughts. And this is actually a mission I'm really looking forward to, because when you write back, I'm going to see a lot of new insights and a lot of new things that either would be like massively wrong, which will be amusing to me, but a lot of them might be really on point, might be things I hadn't thought of, and might actually improve my game as well. Because this is an area where your life experience comes to bear on it. So you guys all have different life experiences than me. You're going to actually teach me things similarly, as I have massive experience with a lot of girls. As I review, I'll be able to teach you a lot of things as well. So it should be fun. Go out, do it, send me your reports, and we'll talk soon.